Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Valkyria Chronicles. To recap where we left off last time, we successfully diverted the Marmota, which is this gargantuan imperial land battleship. We kind of directed it away from Castle Rangries only for a short bit, and then the attempt to ambush it failed, so now it is back on course to our capital, and Welkin and Alicia shared a very tender moment in the last episode where they confessed their feelings for each other and even kissed, and it was just this beautiful, beautiful moment where Welkin made it clear that he wasn't going to just accept Alicia throwing her life away, using her Valkyria powers to destroy the Marmota. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way with actual combat, and yeah, let's dive right back in. So here we go into episode 1, Champion of a Lost Land.
Sir, we're almost to the Great Vassal Bridge.
Good. Once we cross that, Rangries is just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
The enemy is deployed, blocking the bridge!
Those tanks are... That's Jaeger's battalion. Just our luck it's him.
Okay, so this battle must not be the actual Marmota. We're going to go through Prince Maximilian's last general, the first guy whose name I've already forgotten. He died very early on in the game. Salvari is now defeated, and now General Jaeger is the last general that we need to contend with.
Nice of you to join us, my militia friends. Nothing personal, but the road ends here.
So that's what it means, Champion of a Lost Land. So, General Jaeger hails from a land within the Empire, and his service to Prince Maximilian is to try and win the freedom of his people. If he succeeds, Prince Maximilian will supposedly grant independence to his home country, although that's highly unlikely.
My country, Firald, needs Maximilian's support to regain its independence, you see.
Firald?
And if it means getting Firald back, I don't mind playing the man's guard dog.
General Jaeger! The Gallians are attacking, sir!
Let them attack. We'll show them what the tank brigade's made of.
So this is gonna be like a tank battle, I hope. Not I hope, but I think. Episode 1.5, A Friendship Lost. This is prison?
Lieutenant Faldio lands it? Get in.
Oh, Faldio.
At least I get a roof over my head. I feel bad for the men on the front lines.
I don't get it. How did two squad leaders wind up in a fight? Thought you were friends.
No friend could do what I did to him.
At least he's honest.
Now this is supposed to be solitary. Leave me alone, would you?
Just don't do anything stupid for the next 10 days.
Welkin. How do we get to thinking about the war so differently from one another?
Well, he had a woman by his side that he grew to love, and I think that it's that love that made him view war completely different, you know?
I figured we'd be friends as old men. I still wish that were possible. But I can't deny the feeling that Gallia needs power to survive either. I hope we get the chance to talk this out. To talk about the Gallia we want as old men.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope that they can reconcile, because, you know, what he did to Alicia was terrible, but it undeniably gave them an edge in a battle where they would otherwise have been destroyed, I think, you know. So maybe Welkin can bring himself to forgive Faldio for doing that, but never forgetting, you know. But we will see. So episode 2-A, Breaching Jaeger's Blockade. So it looks like a very open map.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
with probably a lot of tanks, because it is the tank brigade. The Empire is waiting for us on this side of the bridge with an ironclad defensive formation. General Rady Jaeger is in command. He's lived through more battles under the Empire's standard than I can count. That said, he'll need to stand aside this time. We've got to get past that blockade if we hope to take back Randgries. Engage them and break through. That's the only way we can secure a path back to the capital in time. Your objective is to defeat Jaeger. He's one of the Empire's most renowned tank commanders. Expect tank strategies of a caliber you've not yet seen. Hoo-hoo. As to what, I'm afraid I've got no specifics to offer you. Find a window out there and break it. Jaeger is defeated. He's probably commanding, like, the Lupus, or something even bigger. Standard conditions for failure. So we have 3 units, 3 groups, for a total of 10 members. This is, this is gonna be tough. They're gonna shoot me in the ass. It's over. No. Yep. So we also have Ty the Immortal, which is a ace shock trooper. And who's standing next to him? Another scout. Let's just take him out right here. What? Now, I swear to God, if you dodge this again...
Stupid Imperials!
Wait, what? What?
Stay calm. Maintain formation and flank.
What? What the fuck just happened? I'm so confused. How did there was nothing in front of me. Is he a ghost? Is that why he's called Ty the Immortal? Bullets just fly right through him? No. Oh my god. And they captured Nadine. Okay, so believe it or not, this is attempt number 4. My last 3 attempts, have just been, like, abysmal. Like, I've been trying to capture the 4 camps that you see on the map right now. There's 2 in the northern side of the map, there's 1 in the middle, next to our middle blue arrow, and then there's 1 in the bottom left corner of the map. And, you know, because, like, Captain Vrot is, like, talking about, like, you need to capture all 4 camps because, you know, they have, like, certain facilities that repair the tank, and, like, it's really weird, but, like, I was, like, spending so much time trying to capture these bases that, like, it was, like, basically spreading my units way too thin, and, you know, like, the Lupus was just, like, blowing me apart, and, like, they're constantly calling in for reinforcements. It was, like, kind of like that first battle on the Barrius Plains, you know, where, like, I just had to move very swiftly, or else, like, they were gonna overwhelm me. And, like, despite that the enemy doesn't have a lot of commanding officers, like, they would just have an absurd amount of CP respawn every single turn. So what I'm trying to say is, like, with each turn that I've learned to do something a bit different, and I'm hoping that in this 4th attempt we can do something right. And so, of course, we're not going to put all of our troops down on the field. We are going to put down a shock trooper who has a gun equipped, a machine gun equipped, with the highest armor penetration, and I think it's like 59. So it's not the damage machine gun, it's the ammo count. So it has slightly less damage than the damage machine gun, but it has more rounds, 10 more rounds. So I'm hoping that round will push up our overall damage a bit higher. So we're gonna put her right there, and in this bottom corner we're also gonna put down Alicia, because there is an enemy ace shock trooper in the bottom left corner in that base, and going into battle with just 4 units sounds crazy, I know, but that's what I'm gonna do right now. And
Now,
I will
let's
explain
begin
my
the
actions
operation. I'm confident victory is within reach.
as I go on.
Our target is Jaeger's tank. Stay sharp, Sevens. Squad 7, move out.
Rule 1 of hunting is to conserve your energy while driving the prey into a corner. Enjoy wasting your strength struggling in vain against my unassailable tank.
Unassailable tank.
From the look of those defenses, they really don't want us crossing that bridge.
Yeah, they've set up a whole bunch of camps. Plus, Jaeger's commanding them. This one's not gonna be easy, Sevens.
So when Jaeger says that his tank is unassailable, he's kind of half right. So if we look at a normal tank, there is a body and tread HP section, but the Lupus doesn't have that. Instead, it has a shell of armor, a coating of armor, just simply called Lupus armor. So to remove this armor, you basically have to blast through it, and like even with the Edelweiss shooting and Lancer shooting, it takes an incredibly long amount of time to get through this armor, and it's just ridiculous. And like, this armor covers the entire tank, so you can't even sneak around the Lupus and shoot the radiator. Even the radiator is covered in armor. So as you can see, there's 4 camps, and each there's a heavy tank over here, there's an AT cannon guarding this one, there's a heavy tank here, AT cannon here, and another heavy tank here. And what I was doing was I was sending my scouts up here and capturing this place, and then calling in Lancers to then go on the roof as the Lupus moves forward, and then we were kind of like bombarding it in the middle. And like eventually, like, I'd move my troops to this one, and then from here down to here, and then up here as the Lupus was kind of like engaging the Edelweiss and like the people hiding up here. And eventually, by the time I got all 4 camps, it was like on average 7 to 9 turns. And like around that time, I was already getting like a D ranking, and like there would always be like one infantry that, like, as soon as I pull my troops away to focus on taking out the Lupus, one person would like sneak out and then capture another camp and start calling in for reinforcements, and it would just go on and on and on, and I just could not win. So this strategy involves me moving my Edelweiss forward and me putting down smoke right here in this midpoint section. And it sounds nuts, but what the Lupus does is that the Lupus can actually fire smoke rounds just like us. And what the Lupus will do is that he will like mysteriously fire smoke on his own base camps, presumably to hide movement of his own troops there. But like, it took me a long time to figure out that we can use that to our own advantage. So on his very first turn, he's most likely going to pop smoke here. It's happened in the last 3 times. And then we're going to move Rosie up here to hide, and then as soon as that smoke is up, we're going to send her to around over here, or maybe over here, maybe behind the sandbags, and the Lupus will be somewhere around here. After that, we are just going to buff the shit out of Rosie, and then we're going to do like anti-tank power, we're going to do penetration, we're just going to give her everything. Now also, since there is an enemy ace over here, we're just going to give a slight attack boost
This is an order.
to Rosie. Not to Rosie,
With everything you've got.
to Alicia.
Moving out.
Now the really crazy thing about this this one ace is that even with Marina, my strongest unit, she could not kill him in one shot.
Here come the enemy's tanks.
Enemy sighted. Think you can stop me?
Like, he would always tank her first shot, and by the time she fired her second shot, like, her shots could not register on his face. He had like some kind of passive that didn't allow it to go through. Or he would dodge it. Turn after turn, he would just dodge her headshots, which was like unbelievable. So that is a relief now that we've gotten Ty. And now we are just going to turn back. If this guy turns around the corner, hopefully Alicia can deal with him. But
I'm on.
we are now going to send Rosie forth into the smoke. So the Mag's M3R is not the weapon of my choice, but it does have the highest ammo count and versus armor rating. So we're gonna keep her in the smoke next to the Edelweiss, and then with 4 CP left, end our turn. I know, like, the very first time I tried this battle very conventionally, I captured, you know, all 4 camps, and then Edelweiss got shot, and then I started trying to do something a bit more radical, like calling in less troops. So, fired some smoke. A little bit more south than what I'm used to, but I think I can still use that. You know. And, like, I could definitely... shoot. Like, I could definitely win this battle, but, like, it would take, like, more than 10 turns. And at that point, we would probably get, like, a D ranking, and it would just be too slow, you know?
Lieutenant, it appears the enemy camps have facilities to repair Jaeger's tank. Until you take the camps, you won't be making any headway against that armor. It also seems they've requested backup troops. Either way, those camps are bad news.
Understood, Captain.
So the plan of this crazy maneuver is to just blast the Lupus with Rosie's machine gun, and just keep doing it until we go through the armor and then the tank itself. And, you know, I've tried this in the last battle, and I actually can get the shell off, but, like, I just, like, didn't manage my CP enough. So hopefully, with this much, we can pull it off in this turn. But we are going to do Awaken Potential for 2 CP.
You can do this. Trust in yourself.
Then we're going to do Demolition Boost, which is greatly raise anti-tank power.
This is an order. Destroying the target is your top priority.
Now, last but not least is Penetration. So this will make Rosie's MG ignore the armor effects on the
Aim
tank.
for where their protection is weakest.
Now that leaves us 6 attacks
Let's do this thing.
to take out the Lupus. Can we do it? Going to move over here.
Just try dodging me.
Keep casualties down.
So we have an extra 10 rounds. Most MGs will have 20 rounds. This has 30, so I'm already seeing her do a lot more damage than usual.
Just try dodging me.
And as you can see, this Lupus is just absolutely monstrous. And, like, is it broken that an MG can do more damage than a Lancer? I think it is, kind of, you know. You know, it's just like how Scouts are the most powerful unit in this game. You see, now the shelling comes off, and now we have an ordinary Lupus.
Not half bad. I'm impressed you got through this tank's armor. I can see how you could have bested Gregor and Selvaria.
And Gregor was the name of the first general that we bested.
But the guts of this tank are still untouched. The real battle begins now!
Okay, so if it took us 3 turns to get the armor off,
Let's do this
I'm
thing.
hoping we can finish this in 3 turns. We're cutting it real close, guys.
Just try dodging me. Go down.
Claiming their camps.
Let's do this thing. Just try dodging me. Here I
Can we
come.
do it? Oh my god! That was the most bullshit, stupid tactic I've
Operation
ever tried in
complete.
this game, and
Enemy
it
tank
worked.
Neutralized.
Oh my god. 2 turns, A ranking. Holy shit, guys. And we even got the enemy ace too. ZMMP5G from the enemy, and a reward from Princess Cordelia. How did there was nothing in front of me. Is he a ghost? Is that why he's called Ty the Immortal? Bullets just fly right through him?